Weekend match winner Eberechi Eze is the only member of this 11 that also started that victory against his former side Crystal Palace. Of the 10 changes, there is a cease from the side beaten at Manchester United on Saturday in the Premier League. Charalampos Kostoulas scored his first goal for the club in that game off the bench to earn a first Brighton start, and the Gunners are in. It is Brighton who get the action underway. Arsenal on a roll right now. So strong defensively, 3 goals conceded all season, but Brighton come with belief.
Right behind him in that right back slot, so just give him that little bit of cover and plenty of possession.
Karioglu winning it well, funding Baliba, who will have an early hit down to make the save. There's Kepa Arrizabalaga.
Struck it across the surface, and on these lovely true surfaces you get a lovely skid on the ball. Beautiful skid on the ball, but he's down there well in time for that one. Low down to his right. Decent start for the kid.
Getting a foot in, but Nwaneri there to pick up the pieces. And slipping it through for Mikel Merino, to have an early range setter of his own.
So it was an easy pass out wide there. He's looking wide, but he wants to play the more difficult one in between the lights. And it's fired high and wide, but the ball into him was a lovely...
And here he is on the ball as it breaks somewhat fortuitously for him. He has support from Rutter to take it on and force the save again from Arrizabalaga. Down to the 9 with his legs, but...
Should have been one up. We'll see it again. Suck them in there, Simas out wide, and that's just, I think, that touch is too far in front.
He wasn't able to capitalise this time, though. Instead, Rutter leads the charge and slips it through for Simas. Another big chance for Brighton, and that one goes wide. Okay.
Yeah, and repaying the pass that he had before, and this time, Simas is wide with it. Rutter breaks out. He holds on to it really well there. Plays the pass precisely. But then look, the first touch all the time. First touch is the most important.
It's all the way through for the keeper here. There's the effort from range again from Diego Gomez, who has the taste for the spectacular in this competition.
Strike, and again across these lovely surfaces, it fizzes across it, but the keeper again, Arrizabalaga has got it covered. He's had a good start to the game. Let's not take to the man on the balls. Not quite right, because you haven't been, you kind of been slung together.
So Rutter to have another go.
A slow down for Arrizabalaga, but he's been up to everything so far. Good hands again. Again fizzing across that lovely surface, and in that sense
they've looked the likely, haven't they, so far? Arsenal trying to change that here. Looked fairly blatant, yeah, and it will see these for Arsenal, and it's straight at the wall. Merino returns it to him, might get another go here, Eze. They've worked that well, Merino with the flick, and Harriman Anus trying to reach it.
Arriving late in that area, lovely little touch down the line by Eze, cut back, and there it is, a lovely little flick around the corner, because he wasn't going to
season. So here's the Brighton corner. Deeper in, swinging delivery, threatened for a moment like it might swing all the way in, and Van Hecke wasn't far away.
He'll be annoyed there. Look, he's at the back post and he's just got twisted around in mid-flight there, but he's under the flight of it. His favourite all the way, should have scored.
Rising to meet it, returned by Mosquera. It's still not away yet, but it is now. And Brighton survive that little period of pressure through to the break, still on terms. A first half, though, in which they will feel that they could and perhaps should be ahead. Off and underway then, Arsenal get the second half started. And it is Brighton who have made that change. Ayari for Kostoulas at the interval. Additions to profit now, Rutter taking over. And there is plenty of space here for the shot, which brings another save from Arrizabalaga.
In front of him enough to come onto it and get it down. Look, it's kind of a little bit under his feet. Just need it, tuck it away.
Bera Eze with time to collect it and assess his options here. Nwaneri has a go and Steele down sharply.
I didn't get a good angle on that shot there. Again, I think Eze was a little bit heavy with the pass. That's a heavy pass. He was looking to hit that first time, but had to have the touch. Puts it through the defender's legs, but doesn't get enough angle on the shot.
Losing down those passing angles at the moment. Eze takes Karioglu out of it. Mikel Merino, lovely here for Lewis Skelly, and in! Ethan Nwaneri. Arsenal have found a way. After that patient period of probing pressure, they come up with a quality in the build-up. And they come up with the game's opening goal just before the hour.
And then just carried on there from Marino. Lovely little back heel, cut back from Lewis Skelly, and that's the angle he was looking for in the first place when Airy with a shot. That was a great move from Arsenal, all down that left-hand side. Started with Eze, and every player had a good touch on that ball, and every player was looking to look forward as well. Great move, great finish, and Arteta will be absolutely...
Skelly, and now from Eze, there's Baliba. The keeper was calling for it. Gomez, Baliba, and right behind it was Arrizabalaga.
Manipulate that half yard to get a clear shot at goal there. Baliba just digging it out, trying to curl it flicks up.
And Watson is the one who could capitalise here, cutting it back for Ayari. Hincapié with the block. And not quite for Yassine Ayari on the follow-up either.
Ayari, I think, should do better here. Maybe could have had a touch. I think he fired away a little bit too quickly there, because it's got to wait for it to come across his body and doesn't quite open himself up enough to get it back across the keeper.
Handbook on the training ground as they all make their way to try and meet it. Rising the highest though was Marino. Looked like he was set to score, but it's been kept out on the line. Lewis Skelly returns it.
Here's the chance from the corner. No, it's not Gabriel, it's Marino, but it's Gabriel who calls
it. Previous campaigns. And here they come now with Timber. Look at the ground that he has covered. Slips it through towards Harry Mananous. Denied his moment, but Saka will score. And it might just settle it. A second for Arsenal. And the Premier League leaders well on course now for the quarter-finals of the Carabao Cup.
He was like the runaway train here. Look at the power of the run. And at the end of it, when you run like that, a lovely weighted pass. And obviously the keeper does very well to come out and save from Harry Mananous there, but Saka with a follow-up to make it 2-0. Good little run from the youngster. Lovely pass, dead weight on it, but there's the follow-up.
So another one maybe right at the end. And it goes from Christian Norgard, flicked on by Marino, nearly for Saka. Then Nwaneri, he wants another one.
He came back for him on the volley. Just too much into the ground. That one's
here for Minte. Gabriel again is in the way. There's two now, is Trossard. Minte takes it away from him, and the deflection takes
by Gabriel, but when it came loose, just wriggled himself free. Got a bit of a yard deflection.
He's been brought on late today. Whips it in towards that far post. That is full time, and it is onwards for Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. They maintain the momentum. They are making the difficult look routine right now, are Mikel Arteta's team. 8 consecutive victories in all competitions, no goals conceded